Alright, so what's up? This Key Wielder Oblivion, and I have a video for you guys talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, and we actually finally know how it's gonna start. So I played Birth by Sleep 0.2, and I know I played throughout the whole thing, and I've seen even the ending parts. So I'm not gonna, well, yeah, if just be warned, if you never played it, these are some spoilers. So we're gonna get into it. So at the end of Birth by 0.2, many things happen. First, we know that what justifies Sora being so weak and having none of his powers in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3. So basically, what justifies him starting over, like how any game he's supposed to, is that in Dream Drop Distance, he failed the Mark of Mastery exam, and he almost had Xehanort take over his body, basically. So he was corrupted by darkness, and because Xehanort was in his body and made him a vessel or whatever, Xehanort actually stripped Sora of all his powers and everything like that. So this is why we'll probably have none of our Kingdom Hearts 2 powers and stuff like that at the beginning, and that's why it's justified in that area. To be honest though, I think this is just a way to explain why Sora will be starting over in yet another game without any powers from the previous games. But it doesn't but it does make sense from a lore standpoint. So that's fine, that's all dandy, but they tried to explain it to us so no one could have any arguments like, oh, this is a new game, but why is Sora so weak in the beginning? That doesn't make sense, but this is why he's so weak. They want to make everything tie in with each other. So next, we know the next thing that we know that happened is that Sora will be starting out at Olympus Coliseum. So we know this because Master Yen said Sora needs to learn from a hero, someone who lost his powers once and was able to later regain them. So this just means we're visiting Hercules. So Sora needs to get some training from you know, from, what do you call it, Hercules, or he needs to complete some trials with him, because Hercules, he lost his powers once, and then they're trying to say that he got his powers back, so that will help Sora get his powers back. And Master Yen said that out of all his powers, there's only one thing he needs currently. I forgot what it was. What did he say? Awakening or something? Well, anyway, we know that's how Sora is gonna start out in Kingdom Hearts 3. As for Riku and Mickey, they went on a journey. I'm gonna talk about that in a different video because I want to talk about what I think is in their suitcases. Should be obvious pretty much, but like, I want to talk about that. And then Kairi, Master Yen said, sent Kairi to train under Merlin, and to train under Merlin with Lee, who's Axel. Lee is Axel, and he said that he's sending the new Keyblade wielders to train under Merlin. So that's how that's gonna tie in with the other main characters in this game. So I covered Sora, I covered Mickey, I covered Riku, and I covered Kairi and Axel. So now this part I'm going to mention is pure theory. This part right now I'm going to mention is just theory. So basically, I think the stuff we saw of Sora on his journey takes place. So I think the trailers we saw of Sora on his journey takes place after he talks to Hercules. Hercules must have already sent Sora up to the gods and as his trial or whatever. So you know those trailers we saw of Hercules fighting the giant and stuff. I'm thinking that when Sora got to the world, that he talked to Hercules, he told Hercules what's up, and Hercules is about to send him on some trials to regain his powers, and that's why he has to climb the mountain. It's that, or either Sora got to Olympus Coliseum only to find out that Herc wasn't there because he's a god now, and now lives on top of the mountain or in the gods area. So that's why Sora has to journey up there to now find him. So those two theories are what I think is gonna take place. One of them obviously may, none of them may, but I think that's how it's gonna be situational in that area. So finally, we also know the events that happened directly before Sora got to the first world, which is the Olympus world. Master Yen sent him to go find a hero. However, the highways we used in Kingdom Hearts 3 are no longer available. So that's what Sora, Donald, and Goofy were talking about in their gummy shit. I'm gonna have another video on that later. So yeah, so now they're lost and don't know how to get there. Due to a phrase that Sora said, or Donald reminded Sora of, he was able to open a way to get to the world, and the phrase was, "May your heart be your guide and key." So that's how Sora was able to understand how to, you know, open a gate to where he wanted to go. But what I think is, from a game perspective, we can't go from just that straight into Kingdom Hearts 3, because Kingdom Hearts 3 is its own thing. So there needs to be like an actual opening to a game, like a prologue or something. And what we saw when Sora opened that gate keyhole, we didn't see anything past that. So I think that little gap is what's gonna pretty much determine how the prologue is going to be set, because you know how normally Kingdom Hearts you got to do a few things, choose if you want magic or whatever. But then again, we didn't have to do that in Dream Drop Distance. So I don't know, there was just a little gap. Just know that there's a little gap. They went through it, but we didn't see what's on the other side yet. So we don't know if the trailer actually starts off the very game that we saw, but I don't know if that's it. But anyway, thanks for watching. That's just a few theories I had and really want to just talk about. But anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more about what I think Kingdom Hearts 3 would be about, how it's going to start off and stuff like that. But anyway, I just want to say another thing. If y'all look at your bottom left hand corner, I don't know what Square Enix is doing, but like, they doing some stuff. Like, I don't know what that is. I guess they don't want to make sure people don't copyright their footage and stuff like that. But anyway, thanks for watching.